Hello everyone and welcome to another Starcraft 2 live cast. Yeah, before this match gets started, got a few questions for you guys. I want to start streaming Starcraft 2, so I think a lot of you want me to start doing that as well. So, a couple things I need to do. One, I got to upgrade my computer, or more or less get a new computer. So I want some tips on that. I think streaming is mostly processor heavy, right? So I got, my system's pretty old. It's like good when I bought it, but now really old. It's like a dual core Intel, 4 gigs of RAM. Something like, what sort of upgrade do I have to do to get a good streaming computer? I don't think video card's that important, so I could probably keep my old video card, right? So maybe if I get like a Core i7, 8 gigs of RAM, 12 gigs? I don't know. Do I need 2 hard drives? I found having 2 hard drives with this system helped a ton, but I don't know if I need it with a fast computer or not. One hard drive runs Starcraft, the other one is the one you record for apps to. A new motherboard. Do I need a video card? Do I need anything else? I guess thinking of just getting new motherboard, CPU, and RAM, and kind of keeping the rest in my old computer.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Will do.
Other than that,
Not
next
enough
question would
minerals.
be streaming. I don't know anything about streaming besides, you know, Twitch TV and Own 3D TV or something like that, or the sites. And XSplit is a software of choice. But in terms of setup or like other software I need, or I don't know. If you guys know of a guide of some sort. Three minutes, okay. And count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and unpause. And we kill him. Yeah. So I guess there's probably a lot of setup involved because you gotta compress it, or I don't really know. All I know is I'll download XSplit and get like a Twitch TV or Own 3D account, and I'll work from there. But if there's like a good guide on maybe Team Liquid or something like that on like how to do optimal settings, or if you know it well yourself and got any sort of tips or tricks for me, I'd be welcome to that. I do have a side project I'm working on right now for work, so I can't really go without a computer until I finish that, which should be this weekend. At that point, I'll probably hit a local computer shop and go for the upgrades. So, if you could get this info to me within the next, say, by, I don't know, January 10th. If you're listening, watching this video afterwards, it won't be that helpful. Well, the streaming stuff will still be helpful. And hopefully, but another week, say January 17th, we should be live and streaming. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm pretty sure this is a Protoss opponent, right? Does this button still work when paused? Okay, that's cool. I was kind of babbling through that. I was like 80% sure it was Protoss. So I'm going to be doing my typical 2 racks. I like to get my second racks immediately. I get before my orbital. I get before I clean out as a probe scout. So I'm giving away this info, but the advantage, that's obviously the disadvantage. And it's just slightly economically worse because I won't be getting my orbital until 17 instead of 16. However, the advantage is I get my second rack so quickly that if he goes for a fast expand, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape to just all in him. I can get my Marines and Marauder production going especially fast, and if I pull, say, 8 SCVs, I'm trying to get the magic number. When I used to pull like 3 SCVs, it was never enough. He would just probe pull and wipe me out, and then it was like, even if I killed a bunch of probes, it'd still be 2 based on 1, and you can chroma boost probes, and it wasn't great. If I pulled like all my SCVs, he could sack his Nexus, or if I timed it wrong, he could even cancel his Nexus. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, well, I've had no economy for the last 2 minutes, and I gotta send all these SCVs back, and I can't push up his ramp. So that's not good either. So the key is to go, if he fast expands, go after his Nexus finishes, and pull the right amount of SCVs, enough SCVs to kill him, and no more than that. So I think 6 to 8 is the magic number. And of course, if he doesn't fast expand, which is ideal for me, that means he's going to have a rough shape holding off a 10-minute push, which is kind of when I time my attack. I do like a one base Marine Marauder medevac sort of play, and to hold me off at 10 minutes typically means he either has to one base himself, which I think puts me ahead because I'm one basing with mules, he's one basing without, so I can bring in more money. Because see, even if we both have like 40 workers, like even if he has 40 workers to my 30, we're both fully saturated, even though he has 10 more, and those 10 extra will be useless. Where I can actually oversaturate my base with mules, and mules don't get interrupted by SCVs, so they can both mine a patch at the same time. The other thing is if he takes a late expand, then he has to hold me off with really good force fields. Where I used to get a single ghost to help against that, you know, you send the factory in, you kind of see exactly how his army's set up, and then it allows you to get the money EMP. Either like hit all the sentries if he's not spread, or just get like a really good one to kill a lot of shields. Which I do suggest, I mean, it's a good build. I've decided to kind of negate that, or to skip that, and just to spend all my money on just extra Marines and Marauders. Without going ghosts, I can delay my second gas, so I keep my barracks fully producing. And then I don't have to spend the money on the ghost. I don't have to spend the money on the ghost academy. So all that money just gets converted into more army. So it just gives me a lot bigger army, and then I have to use like really good micro to not get slaughtered by force fields. Just you guys gotta keep an eye on where his sentries are at, and kind of kite in and out without letting him like cut your army in half or scoop behind it.
Enough minerals. Resumed.
Bad news?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
At 13 of 19, I like to send my next SCV to make a refinery, and I think that's really well timed because I'll end up with 50 gas just when I need it. Which is after I make one Marine from this barracks, I like to make a reactor, and at that point I need the 50 gas.
SCV ready. What's going on? Yep. Ah! You scared me. SCV ready. Bad news?
Not enough minerals.
So there's the orbital.
Huh?
Next bunch of money is going towards the reactor. Send the Marine down.
In the rear with the gear.
And then supply depot. Maybe I'll even kill up another supply depot just to simplify my micro. Typically you probably want to get your Marauder first, then get the next
Not enough minerals.
supply depot.
Not enough minerals.
But I'm usually microing this Marine around the time that happens, so I just get these two supply depots in advance, and it does put a little delay on my unit production.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
By the numbers, boys.
So looks like he went Zealot first.
Ready. I'm on it.
And then Iraq's.
Go, go, go! It's about to get heavy.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Been waiting on you. SCV ready.
Keep a marine here, just keep an eye out for his expansion timing.
Big job. Who wants some? Gangway. SCV ready.
It's on.
Research.
Oh, I forgot to get a supply depot.
Roger.
We'll go out now.
Gonna give
Do a
me
little
orders.
push.
Armed and ready. This better be good.
No sign of an expo as of yet.
You want a piece of me, boy?
So maybe since I'm supply capped, I'll just throw down bunker.
Boom, baby.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Time's a wasting.
Who wants SCV ready?
Let's have a blast.
10-4. By the numbers.
It's on. Why not? First round's on me. Got it.
Alright, we'll head on.
Armed and ready. Ah, bandit, go ahead. Big job, huh? Gotcha. What's going on? SCV ready.
So it was not microing well there.
Boy. Sure thing.
Kaboom, baby.
Or I wasn't macroing well there, I should say.
SCV ready. Who wants some?
Just say.
Gangway, coming. SCV ready. I'm on it. Yes, sir.
Let's have a blast.
I can queue up stuff a little bit more since I failed my macro. I'm floating a lot anyways.
Research complete.
SCV ready. Go, go, go.
And since I'm going to be hitting a little bit late, I'll get concussive shell.
It's go time.
SCV ready. This better be good. SCV ready. By the numbers.
It's
boys.
about to get heavy.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Who wants some? Looking forward to it. I feel it.
So it looks like he's one basing here.
Boom, baby.
Go, go, go! In the ring. Go ahead. Yeah. SCV
He has a hidden base I don't know about.
Ooh, it's on.
armed and ready.
Throw an engineering bay since I got the money.
Research complete.
SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
Oh yeah.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Let's have a blast.
SCV ready. Yeah, whatever.
Where's the emergency?
Who wants some?
Shit. So we're all gonna get spotted.
Gangway, coming through.
It's about to get heavy.
We could use some help here. You gonna give me orders? Been waiting on you. Affirmative. Sure. Ah! You scared me!
Base is under attack.
Who wants some?
It's go time.
Of course.
process.
This better be good.
Kaboom, baby!
Who wants some? Ready to plunder.
Oh, it's on.
This better be good.
SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
Bad news? Sure thing.
Let's have a blast.
Ready to plunder. Armed and ready.
Mineral field depleted.
Let's have a blast.
Gangway coming through. Ready to plunder. Armed and... You want a piece of me, boy?
Let's have a blast.
See if he expanded behind that or not.
Bad news? What's going on? Big job, huh? Who wants some?
Not enough minerals.
It's go time.
Mineral field depleted. Base is under attack.
Ready to
So he's taking the next bow here.
Go, go, go! This better be good. Been waiting on you.
Kaboom, baby!
Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
Gangway coming through.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
It's about to get heavy.
SCV ready. This better be good.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Outstanding. Ready to plunder. 10-4. Sure.
Oh, it's on.
Upgrade complete.
Armed and ready. I'm on it.
It's about to get heavy.
Mineral field depleted.
Can't hold him alone.
Okay. So that was a little different in that I was against a one basing Protoss. You don't see that very often. He's kind of going the same route I am, like I'm not going to expand unless my opponent expands. Sorry, just hungry though. So I'm not sure if his intent was to push from the start, or whether it was just in response to my 2 racks. He was just going a more defensive stance with more units. So I come in, I see it's Zealot first, I see it's a second gateway. So not worried about fast expand, but I'm going to hang out here anyways just to keep an eye on when his expo will come. And I didn't see it, so I'm going to come in with my push. I like to kind of move out my second Marauder. You probably should go a little earlier than that actually. Have your second Marauder catch up. Because the idea is to hit before he gets warp gates complete. Because he might only have this, like these 3 units. So he could have actually warped in right before this. I'm having trouble scooting and shooting because whenever I try to scoot, I'm clicking on a Protoss structure. So I got the sentries down. Trying to finish off these zealots by kiting. And I got plugged off. Whenever it's a one base Protoss, you probably want to get a bunker, because as many units as you can get from a two racks, he can hit with this 4 gate before your stim is done. So if he hasn't expanded, you should probably get a bunker up. Maybe if you're macroing perfectly, which I'm not, you can skip it. But since I was floating all this money anyways from my terrible macro, I had the extra money for it. And in fact, I never really had an intention of taking an expansion. My idea is to not expand because he hasn't expanded, and if he has expanded, then I take advantage of that by killing him. But since I was just floating so many minerals, 600 here, I think I eventually throw down an expo attempt. I was hoping once I got my medevac down I'd be able to catch up on my spending, but it hasn't really panned out. It's unfortunate, I left 3 units behind. I feel like I've caught him off guard here, so I try to just go in. I guess whenever I do attack, which is hopefully soon, I can see him with my factory, but he can't see my army if we look at his view. See, he doesn't know I'm there, so I'm thinking maybe I can catch him off guard and snipe a Colossus. So there's one. I try to go for another one, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm just getting clustered by zealots and force fields. This is bad, I gotta pull back. Nice thing is at least I forced him to keep his zealots out of range. Or keep his Colossus out of range. And with this, it's time to go. So I just stim and run. Lots of units nearly dead, but the zealot heavy composition I find is really the way to go. Because nothing Terran has does well versus zealots. Marines do pretty good versus zealots, but then as long as you have something that kills Marines, in this case Colossus, then you're stuck with like Marauders that do nothing versus zealots, Hellions, which unless you have perfect macro are not going to do well against zealots. I think that's why you got the Battle Hellions and the expansion coming up, so mech will actually be possible. So here he does come in for his 1 gate push. Looks like he's expanding behind it. Sorry, he's 1 base push. I did snipe 1 Colossus, so he just has the 2, which isn't too deadly. He does have range on them though, I believe, at this point. Yeah. So typically it's like 1 Colossus without range, which is good for me, or it's 3 Colossus with range, which is like suicidal for me without Vikings. So I only got 2 Vikings out. That's not going to do much. Kind of puts, as people would say, puts a timer on the Colossus where they're just eventually going to die. But I still have my bunker. So I'm out of position, so I'm trying to fall back in my bunker involved here. So I'm throwing this back in here. And this is the idea, to get concave, or get a line like this. This is my line of defense, get the bunker involved. Still nothing actually in that bunker, which is weird. Oh no, there's 2 Marauders in there, never mind. It's because I'm on his view. And pretty tight, but I do notice that Colossus is almost dead from the Vikings, so I finished off here, and with my reinforcements, I should be able to take it down. Also, once he gets this low in DPS, like once his ball becomes really small, all of a sudden he can't kill anything because Medevacs can heal basically at the same rate he can attack. And Protoss Gateway units are very low DPS. They're hardy. I mean, they got lots of armor, they got lots of hit points and shields, but they don't do a whole lot of damage. It's coming with my factory once again. I've seen he's expanded probably around the same time as me. By the time I float this over, it'll be about the same. I noticed I'm oversaturating my main because I'm losing patches and I had a lot of SCVs. So I'm long distance mining with a good portion of them. If all these SCVs were like in here, they wouldn't really help at all. So long distance mining sucks, but at least they're doing something. They're bringing in maybe like 50 minerals a minute extra that I wouldn't have otherwise. But I felt like that battle went well for me. I killed every last unit he had. I got my Viking count up nice. 3 Vikings, probably more on the way, right? Yeah, I'll have 5 Vikings, and since I knocked his Colossus count down to 0, I only expect to run into a couple. And it's when you got, like, say, 3 times as many Vikings as Colossus that you can actually take Colossus out of the fight. It's not really just putting a timer on the Colossus for how long they have to fight, but it's actually wiping them out before they can do a ton of damage. And I felt like I got that number with 5 Vikings against his 2. Can't double click it. There we go. Well, 4 Vikings. Whatever. Good enough. Here I was hesitant, like, typically what I do is when I come in this way, if he's hanging out in this area, I can come in this way and get like my concave in this direction, get my army set up this way. But if I don't see an army, what I used to do is sometimes just kind of move in this direction and look for his army to attack, and that can get you in a lot of trouble because you're kind of throwing yourself, you're coming in as a ball and you're coming through this area here, which isn't good. You get clustered up. The stuff behind that ravels out to try to get the concave, we'll just see this nexus and we'll start attacking the nexus. Now you got your army all balled up and you got half of it attacking a nexus instead of units. So instead what I did was I hung out here, attack the nexus and let him come to me, get my line, get my positioning that I want, let him come to me. And I even moved forward with my Vikings because I noticed he didn't have a giant stalker count, so I figured I could just kind of put some damage on the Colossus before they even start attacking, and this is going to work out well. So I'm putting all this damage on the Colossus, and then with my bio I can kind of kite them backwards while I'm killing the Colossus. And once that Colossus goes down, they didn't get a whole lot of shots off, now I can bring them back to ground mode, help out this way. Oh, there's another Colossus, let's go snipe that thing. And there goes Nexus, my army's still alive, his Colossus counts down to zip, and I'm double muling this Expo. I was open to counterattack. I think that's okay. Maybe you want to throw, say, a bunker like here. Just so if he throws a handful of zealots at you, you got a chance to do something. Or maybe even a bunker here so it kind of protects the ramp area and the expansion. And a couple Marines in the bunker is fine. But I expect him to be on the defensive. I felt like I had a larger army, and if he like started warping in stuff up here to harass me, I'd just be able to obliterate him at his own base. It's really based off the previous engagement where I killed everything he had left, and I felt I had won. So with that, we'll call that the end of this replay, and check the description for a thumbs up link. Thank you everyone.